Okay guys, so welcome to another video. So as you saw in the thumbnail, what this video is going to be about. But before we get into that, please subscribe, help support the channel, like and comment, and also click on that notification bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling. So let's get into this. Back into the bay, no. I want to get this engine into the bay. It's all about getting this engine installed. And I'm going to walk you through quickly a few bits that I've done since the last video, which is I fitted the auxiliary belts on, the power steering belt, as well as the alternator belt. The oil return, due to COVID, it seems to be really hard. No one's got the AFN 110 oil return line. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of cut up the original one and put a pipe in between. It's good enough. I like to use original bits where possible, but that would be as good as, and it gets me out of a jam. As well as I've got a brand new oil feed, which is very important, especially if you put in a new turbo on to run a new oil feed. And that's more or less it, I think. Yep, so let's crack on with that oil pipe. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I need to crack this other side off. That was a lot easier. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So that's done. Okay, I've tried these up to the block and there's no way they're gonna fit. I just can't get to, the angles are all wrong. This fitting into there actually hits the support, and the actual one that goes onto the block, the angle is going to be totally wrong. So you get some perspective. Let me move back a bit. You can see this doesn't work. This isn't going to work. So I'm going to have to find another way. I'm going to have to try and order an AFN one. The angle's all wrong. Okay, so just get on. So I had this laying around. It's from the PD, I think. I think it's from a PD, I'm not sure, but it looks like it could be from a PD. It's quite short. And I think it lends itself a bit better, the angles and stuff. Obviously it's got like a different fitting on it, but I actually took the fitting off an old block and it actually fits straight in there. So that's perfect. So as you can see, it kind of fits really well. So all I need to do is just cut these ends off and kind of just get it up into there. And it looks like that lends itself for it perfectly there as well. Cool. All right, let me just cut this off. Then I can actually get this out of the way then. I was thinking it wasn't going to happen, but then had a look around. And it looks like I found something, so I'm really happy with that. Crude, but effective, I always find. It's good. Tighten out. Uh, 16. Okay, so that's the brace done. And also the oil return pipe as well. Yep, so just welded up this bracket, made this bracket up, looks pretty cool. And so that's 2 items done. So now literally, it's almost ready to go in. Well, it is ready to go in. Because those are the bits, these are not nice to do, and when you're actually in the car, it's easier, a lot easier outside of it. So put some tools away. The bay. Okay, I need to protect. I'm going to protect these chassis legs. Let me get an old towel I've got laying around. Just tape it on there. I think it's probably the best thing to do. I think I'm going to have to remove this front cross member to slide it under the ABS pump and stuff. So let me just remove these quickly. Gotta be as careful as I can, not to damage anything. I'm going to try and keep it as good as mint as it is. Freshly painted engine bay. You've got to be really careful. Okay, swing this out of the way. Oh, the engine's in the way. Let me just move the engine out of the way. Okay, so we've got a clear pathway straight in. Okay, so the turbo's a bit too large. I couldn't get this bolt in properly, so I just loosened these off to get it in and tightened it back up again. Okay, so we're ready to go again. So we've got the engine in without damaging any of the chassis leg, which is really, really cool. So now I can actually move on to put on the gear selectors, cables. The selector's on, all bolted up and all clipped in. And next I have to try and find this clutch master to slave hydraulic pipe. I've got that somewhere, need to find it. Well, I found the pipe. It took me all of 2 minutes. It was actually on my toolbox. This is the thing when you leave things in a safe place, you're trying to find your safe places. You've hidden it so well, but obviously it was in plain sight. So I'm just gonna mount this up now. So yeah, really happy I got this in without scratching any of these chassis legs in, or the engine as well. Got that all in, all nicely in without scratching, none of the chassis legs. Engine's all bolted in with these 3 16mm bolts. Also, if you notice, the engine is sitting level because they kind of tend to sit a bit lopsided. So I put like a little spacer on the gearbox side so it sits nice and level. As well as, I think this one was a bit more exaggerated because of that rear mount that I had to make up for the gearbox. So yeah, that's sitting nice and level, which is really cool. Also the gear selector cables are in. and so is the clutch line. The drive shafts are in as well. The power steering lines, the high pressure and the low pressure done. Also as well as secured onto here. Just need to put the battery tray back in, but until I run the wiring, there's no point doing that, I think, for the moment. Okay, so as you saw, it was pretty stress-free. Everything went in smoothly. It all bolted up really nicely. I've got quite a lot done, which I'm really, really happy about. So it's kind of a major step forward. In the next video, I'm going to be doing the interior, so I can actually put the soundproofing back in, clean up. Well, I'm going to clean the inside, do the soundproofing, do the carpets, the rear bench, the boot carpet, and all that kind of stuff is all going to be done. So that's probably going to be the next video, is concentrating back on the interior and kind of finishing that off. And you know what I'm going to say now: subscribe, support the channel, ding-a-ling-a-ling, click the bell, notification bell. And until next time,